back at the Daily Dope. Little story coming out of Florida. We have thousands of people pushing back against Carol Jenkins Barnett, daughter of Publix supermarket founder George Jenkins, who donated $800,000 to drug-free Florida in hopes of defeating the November medical marijuana vote. And we already did a story about their lame propaganda and this prohibitionist tyranny attempt to do anything to make Florida's medical marijuana laws a nightmare, and they're trying to stop the proposed amendment to the Constitution of Florida that says medical marijuana is legal, and it lays out the foundation for a pretty decent medical marijuana program, in my opinion. So she don't like it. We know she don't like it. We got her statements, and we know she spends money. She spent money last time they tried this. She spent the money in 2014, I believe it was, to defeat it. $500,000. So now she's spent even more than that, and people are mad. A citizen-led petition on change.org aimed at stopping the Heiress from donating money to the anti-medical marijuana cause has garnered more than 41,000 signatures. Woo! The Miami News-Times reported Monday. The petition was started by Heidi Handford, whose husband has been a medical marijuana user since the 1970s. She says she feels betrayed. Quote, "The money I was spending on groceries was being used to take down the Florida Right to Medical Marijuana initiative." Hanford writes in the petition, "I feel betrayed by a corporation I used to patronize." Hanford goes on to explain that her husband is the longest surviving federal medical marijuana patient in the nation, and that she feels it is hypocritical that Publix has no problem selling drugs like opioids, alcohol, caffeine, and nicotine, but opposes medical marijuana treatment. In a conversation with the Daily Caller News Foundation, a representative for Publix said the money Barnett has donated was her own money and was not from the profits of the supermarket chain. Any money she's ever seen in her life was from the profits of the supermarket chain by definition. She's the heiress to the fortune behind this supermarket chain that's a mega chain, mega $1 million making chain. Give me a break. What'd she do? Go do some part-time work at somewhere where she got paid to do charitable things? Where do you come up with that? The money I was spending, the money whatever. Get out of here. Anyway, this does come from the Daily Caller, by the way, but the reporter was Craig Vaudreuil, who's a Vice reporter. So the Daily Caller picked up him, but I'm basically reading almost verbatim the Vice reporter's story. So, so the statement she made before, she doesn't oppose medical marijuana, but she don't think it should be a constitutional amendment, and that's just ridiculous. She also says she feels frustrated that the legislature has not enacted a broader medical marijuana bill. That's a joke too. She's just staunchly against medical marijuana. Why? Well, the reason is because in 2015, Retailware wrote a piece about how Publix seeked its pharmacy as essential to expanding its business. And, they basically wanted their pharmacy to grow their grocery business, which was already a mega business. So now they want to make it even more of a mega business. And how do you do that? Sell more pills. How do you sell more pills? One of the ways is to stop medical marijuana in its tracks. So since marijuana cannot be sold at conventional pharmacies, only at licensed marijuana dispensaries, that could affect Publix growth. A study published in the journal Medical Affairs showed medical marijuana helped save Medicare $165 million in 2013. So if Medicare reported that they've saved that much money from medical marijuana, you can imagine what the drug companies and all the people that would have got that money are feeling. They're feeling like they got ripped off or something. I don't know. I feel like we're all getting ripped off because their medicine is garbage and people are dying from it or being ruthlessly addicted to these opiates and these other pills that Publix is just shoveling out the door in Florida's pill mill system of pharmaceutical just running ruckshaw on the public. So once again, I applaud the people that put this all together, the Handfords. Big cheers to them. I've been following him for years, and thank you again for reporting on this stuff. Whoever's been reporting on it. Now, like I said, I caught up on this on the Daily Caller and the Vice Reporter. There's still there's a lot of organizations reporting on this, and a lot of them have mentioned that there have been protests at public stores all throughout Florida. So that's a plus too. All right, that's the end of that. I can't wait to see how this develops, but it looks like this is going to pass because it has broad support in the 70% or higher range in Florida. So, sorry about your objections, Carol Jenkins Barnett. Sorry about your grocery store not being able to expand because it addicts more people to junk drugs. And thank you, Florida, for stepping up your game. Medical marijuana is going to be a huge industry in Florida when it finally becomes something viable, and it's going to help a lot of people.